My name's Dan Brouillette. I'm an advertising commercial photographer here in Omaha, Nebraska. Originally from Iowa, I moved to Nebraska in about 2013 after a brief stint in New York City. I wanted to move back closer to home, so what's the largest city near where I'm from that I can still be close to family, but at the same time maintain a career doing what I want to do? When I look at something that shows, that Nebraska ranks 8th in property tax, I should be surprised because we're Nebraska. We're that, sensible Midwestern state. But when it comes to actually paying my taxes, I feel it because I purchased my house in 2015, and every year since then, I've just watched the taxes go up and up as I pay them every March and every August. It just stings a little bit more each time. But I paid $118,000 for this house. I redid it. I just got it appraised in March because we were going to do some work, and it got appraised at $228,000. Well, on that valuation of a house, I pay around $4,000 in property tax. My parents live in a house that is way bigger than my house, costs a lot more up front, but it's in Iowa, and their taxes are $800 less per year than my taxes. You see year after year after year these bills being, brought up to the people that we vote into office, and yet no matter who's there, they never seem to take it serious enough to bring it to where the people get to have a say in it. Legalizing casino gaming in Nebraska to me seems like a no-brainer because living in Omaha, I live just outside of downtown on a hill. I can literally look down the street and see a casino. It just happens to be across a bridge. And the only difference is that it's in a different state, and I know plenty of friends and family members and other people that I talk to all the time that head over to the casino. I go over there multiple times a year for concerts and other things and spend a decent amount of money there, whether it's on gaming or drinks or who knows what. But that's actually one of the positives. If it wasn't for, whether it's the Hard Rock up in Sioux City or Harrah's over here, they bring in a lot of musical acts, and I've been to both of those places just for the entertainment. But just knowing that, there's that much money at stake that could help relieve property taxes in Nebraska, and there seems to be this holier than thou thing about, well, we don't want to allow gambling or gaming or whatever you want to call it, when the fact of the matter is people can drive 5 minutes down the street and do the exact same thing, and the neighboring state is getting all the benefit. Is frustrating for someone who pays taxes in Nebraska. I think if casinos were legalized, the economic impact for an everyday citizen of Nebraska like myself, someone who is a property owner, even if they're not a property owner, that money trickles down. Most people just don't save that money. They go spend it. They do things with it. And for someone who lives in Omaha, I know personally, it's like, well, we got extra money. Let's go out to dinner. Let's go shopping. Let's do something else. So it's not that money is just hoarded up and hidden away. That money cycles its way back through the local economy. Nobody wants to pay taxes. It's part of the deal. But when those taxes seem excessive, people get mad about it. Not to mention some of my friends growing up in Omaha, and they hear their parents complaining about, well, the property taxes are so crazy, and then they're graduating college and starting their families or looking for a home. Those, some of those ideas soak in, and you think, well, maybe I don't want to live. Maybe I could live over in Council Bluffs because I'm going to save money on property taxes after hearing my dad complain about, Nebraska property taxes for this long. So the impact is multifaceted because there's so many people that would already live in Nebraska and would rather spend that tax money on other things still in the community. But there's also people who specifically might not live here because they look at a chart that says Nebraska has the 8th highest property taxes in the country. And it's kind of a shocker when you compare it to which states are ahead of it and probably just behind it on the list. It doesn't really make sense.